Well, back at it again.
Marcosatsu.
It's been a few years since the start of the Reiwa era, and I haven't exactly been talking about it too much outside of season discussions, so let's change that with my first Reiwa era countdown. I was originally gonna have this as a top 5, but there's been so many good songs from the OSTs and movies that I just had to include those too. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's get started with
15.
It's bittersweet.
Bittersweet, sung by the main cast of Kamen Rider Saber from Trio of Deep Sin. Is my dislike for Kamen Rider Saber going to be as annoyingly blatant as my thoughts for Kiva? Hopefully not. Bittersweet is a great piece to start with here. I can just imagine this playing at a piano bar for a chill moment. That's probably just me. We've had Saber cast members sing in other songs, which is always a plus, and the 4 we have here are just amazing, especially Asuka Kaozu, who plays Mei. I'd even recognize it was her at first. The song has a somber tone of hope and a darker movie signifying the end of this story, but it's also the start of the next chapter.
14.
SOS by Monkey Magic from the 01 Metsubo Genrai movie. Definitely not what I was expecting out of this movie. Though it's a nice piece and the lyrics about wanting to change has a nice message.
Just wanna change myself. I just wanna be myself.
I only put it this low cause it sounds kinda cheesy, like one of those inspirational background themes. I don't know, is that weird?
You can hold me down, but I won't give up.
If there's any other reason I enjoy the song, it's because it's by Monkey Magic, and I actually like them a lot, even before listening to Kamen Rider music. The main Metsubo Genrai cast also covered the song, and that was good too. Still overall very nice, and I'll probably never listen to it again.
13.
Sumito Batsuda Angra, the ending for Futo PI. Hey, it's Kamen Rider related, I'm counting it. The jazz rock fusion goes so well with Kamen Rider Double, and this one is a dance ending, so extra points for that. And even more points as it's sung by Mitsuru Matsuoka, who plays Kamen Rider Eternal. He comes back in the most random moments, but I'm not complaining. I think his voice fits well in practically every rock genre. Anyone else get Deca Ranger vibes from this? This song is just really cool, perfect for a half-boiled detective, better than the actual show at least.
12.
Now is the right time, and
11.
Rising Sun, both by Tsuyoshi Himura, for 02 and Shining Assault Hopper respectively. Well, didn't take that long for me to do something weird on a Reiwa list. I think a lot of 01 main season inserts sound very similar, which is a big reason why I'm combining these two, but hey, I listen to death metal, so you could probably say the same thing about that. Now is the Right Time has the catchier vocals, but Rising Sun has the better melodies.
Every night, every dawn, every change in the action, we can find oneself by song.
That's basically how I'm hearing it. Plus, they both have equally matching energies that fits perfectly within the show.
10.
Promise by The Ice for Beyond Generations. I love how that starts. The soft guitar and piano, add an electric beat as the crescendo rises into this beautiful chorus.
I wanna be your hero.
It's all so good. To top it all off, there's no vice to ruin the song. Kamen Rider lyrics are usually pretty straightforward since, you know, they're still meant for a younger audience, but they can still have deeper meanings. If we can embrace this moment, it'll lead us to a shining future.
9.
Mirage Mirror, sung by Wataru Hyuga for Evil T Live. I hope I'm saying that right. My rock and roll bias is showing again, though it seemed like a lot of people on Twitter enjoy the song as much as I do. The characters of Daiji and Kagero are interesting as they're both the opposite sides of the same coin, but the demon Kagero has taken a human form as a more direct counter for Daiji. Their story deserves such a great decent suit and song. I thought having the same actor sing for both characters was a weird idea at first since, well, Kagero doesn't really sound all that different. But it works out great as the voices don't clash and the instruments are just pure hype. If this song barely cracked my top 10, then the rest of my choices must be amazing, right?
Eight.
01 and 02, composed by Go Sakabe for the real-time movie. Even though this is just a combination of 01's previous inserts, it just sounds so good. I fell in love with this the moment I heard it for the first time, especially since I watched Real Time during its English debut at San Diego Comic-Con. It's a little sentimental to me, but I also love it just for being a really energetic and catchy tune. Yeah, it's gonna be weird to say that this isn't exactly a must-listen, but it's special to me, and it deserves a spot on my list.
Seven.
Kamen Rider Saber by Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra. I can explain later.
6.
Dance Dance by Da Ice for Battle Familia. This is such a fun song. I'm really into music that has a bouncy feel to it, and Da Ice seem really into the whole strange but upbeat energy. Some might know I was in a math Midwest emo band, so I love music that changes beats, and this song does it quite a lot. I can overlook Vice's awful parts just because the music is that good to me.
Never too late. Just never let.
And I can't get that intro out of my head.
Oh, yeah.
5.
Book of Power by Masanori Kobayashi, an unused insert for Kamen Rider Saber. This song only had its instrumental play in the show, and even that alone was amazing, but the vocals really add another layer to how good Book of Power is. It has a lot of musical elements from Saber, like the strings and choir in the bridge. So add all the grand feelings with great vocals and you'll want to buy one of those Saber toys too. And like I said on Twitter, I would love to have a Seiken sword driver to destroy it.
4.
Another Daybreak by Jay and Takanori Nishikawa for Reiwa, the first generation. Can a heavy song like this really be so beautiful? Yeah, I think so. A song that questions if what we fight for is even worth fighting at all. No matter what happens, even if something is impossible, a new daybreak is here to stay. Then we have lyrics that I think can come from Aruto as he wonders about his human gear father. Was it all just a memory made up by his heart? His dream is still here to stay. Monkey Magic also performed a softer cover of Another Daybreak for the 50th anniversary set. It's okay. Nothing can beat the original, and what makes this even more powerful is the Cho Ayusai version, where 01 can be seen looking up at Ichigata as he walks away towards a new dawn.
Three.
Almighty, Kamen no Yokosoku by Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra with Yohei Kawakami, the opening for Kamen Rider Saber. I already said I can explain, just wait.
2.
Realize by Jay and Takanori Nishikawa, the opening for Kamen Rider 01. From that intro to the intensity of the rest of the song, you know this has to be a top spot. Yes, the vibe is amazing, but I personally really like the lyrics. There are references to computers like the obvious 404 not found. And I kind of enjoy puns. And that chorus. Perfection. Once again, another sentimental song since I remember the audience singing along to the beginning as this played during the movie. And duh, it's the first of the Reiwa era. It has to be an amazing song. And now for some of your replies. I asked Twitter what your favorite Reiwa era songs were, and here's what some of you said. Laura replied, I am a slut for Without You because our harmonies are so pretty. Simple guitar ballad, not dynamic or exciting like I'm sure everyone else's answers will be, but like it's because one of those things that it hits my heart, and the lyrics are gorgeous too. Gia says, I love Book of Power, the unused theme of Kamen Rider Saber, and Iki's solo song used in a revised finale. One hype as hell song, and one sad as hell song. Chris says, Volcano. It perfectly captures the dynamic of Iki and Vice while also being just a really good adrenaline pumping song. And shout out to BLT, which is Keza, Thomas, and Hawk. Keza says, I've only watched Geats from Reiwa so far, so Geats is good. Better than all the rest. Whoops. Thomas says, Rewrite the Story is easily my favorite insert. However, I think the music used for 001 versus Ichigata and Reiwa the First Generation is incredibly underrated and one of the best pieces of music in the franchise. Hawkilly says, Promise is really good. And if you like to be in one of these videos, you can follow me on Twitter where sometimes I ask questions and I don't know if I ever put them on videos, but I guess this time I did, so, Kamen Rider.
Honorable mentions.
Did you see the sunrise? The theme for Kamen Rider Black Sun. It's really, really good. You can probably consider this a number 0. Spark from Superhero Senki. It's a fun song, and I'm a sucker for any kind of bouncy piano. You can think of this as my number 16. Without You. A little too slow for me, but the powerful chorus and bridge are amazing. George Katazaki's Rider System. Okay, the novelty of George saying Rider names is super cute and awesome, poggers, amazing, Kino, but otherwise, I think this song is awful. And no, him being a fanboy doesn't make up for it like in the show. Frontier. I like this one, Monkey Magic and all, though not as much as the other songs I made for Rider. Go with the Flow, and Kimi wa sono mama de. These are okay. I just don't think they're all that memorable. Live Double. This song sucks. Trust Last. This song sucks. Trust Last? More like Trust Ass. If I won the Desire Grand Prix, then I'd wish for a better opening. Shonen no Kaze was absolutely wasted here, but not as wasted as me after drinking to how bad this song is. Keep your invitation. This song sucks.
And now for number 1.
Hey. Enjoy Kamen Rider Saber's music. Okay, I admit it. I like Kamen Rider Saber's music. Yes, the stupidly fun Kamen Rider Saber ending is so cool. A ska song and an ending theme, which we haven't gotten since Hibiki. All A+ in my book. The little vocal is so cute. The trumpets and other brass instruments fit surprisingly well. All of it fits surprisingly well for Saber. I even enjoy the dance, and I wish I had the coordination to do it. Yeah, it would be cool as the opening, but I don't mind it as the ending. I actually prefer it as the ending. Speaking of the opening, Almighty was so incredibly close to beating out Realize. I might even say it does beat out that opening on certain days. Words to Save This World.
Words to save this world.
Hold on to wisdom and courage, believing towards the future. All all such stupid, cheesy lines, but I love them so much. The saber in your hand is the pen to write it down. Man, that'll always be in my head. I can't believe I actually played Almighty for a whole day straight and didn't get tired of it. But none of that compares to the greatest piece of Kamen Rider music ever. And I mean ever. It even beats Next New World and Jiken Da in my mind. It's what I consider my #1 Kamen Rider song of all time as of this video. Rewrite the story, sung by our main trio of writers. Why did the coolest song of all time have to come out of Kamen Rider Saber?
Video has reached completion. See you next time.